The distance between heartbeats. Aria Collins booked a lift just before midnight. She wasn't running from someone, but from a feeling. A heaviness inside her chest she couldn't name. The city was loud, yet she felt completely alone. When the car stopped, the driver looked up and smiled. Noah Carter. His smile was warm, unexpectedly soft for such a cold night. Aria sat inside and instantly noticed his voice. Gentle, melodic, hiding something unspoken. "Where can I take you?" he asked. "Anywhere quiet," Aria said. "I just need the city to disappear for a bit." Noah nodded. "Then tonight. The road is yours." They drove under glowing streetlights. Aria watched the patterns of neon and shadow reflect across the windows. Noah tapped the steering wheel with rhythmic fingers. "You're a musician," Aria murmured. He raised a brow. "Most people don't notice." "I notice things I shouldn't," she said quietly. He chuckled, but there was a sadness behind it. When they reached a quiet bridge overlooking Manhattan's skyline, Noah pulled over. "Why here?" "Because this place helped me breathe again," he said. Aria stepped out. The wind brushed her skin, carrying the distant hum of the city. For the first time that night, she felt the world slow down. Noah pulled out a pair of earbuds. "I've never shared this with anyone, but if you want to hear my music, this is it." Aria hesitated, then put them on. The music was soft, aching, and full of hidden pain. It felt like someone confessing without words. She looked at Noah, and for a moment their eyes locked with a kind of understanding neither of them expected. But then Noah's phone buzzed. "Lila calling?" Aria froze. Noah's expression changed. Not anger, not joy. Something broken. "Who's Lila?" Aria whispered. "The one person I'm not ready to talk about," he said. And just like that, the night shifted. Not ending. Just beginning. Aria didn't ask more questions. She didn't know. And yet somehow, she felt closer to him than to anyone else. They sat by the railing, silence hanging between them. Not uncomfortable, but heavy. "You ever feel like life is happening too fast?" Noah asked suddenly. Aria nodded. "Every day. And you can't decide if you want to run or freeze." "Exactly." Noah sighed. "Lila. She was someone I trusted, and I shouldn't have." Aria looked at him carefully. Pain, regret, and something deeper. Guilt. Before she could respond, a gust of wind pushed her hair across her face. Noah reached out instinctively, brushing a strand behind her ear. He froze. She froze. Time held its breath. "I shouldn't," Noah whispered. "Then don't," Aria said, her voice barely a breath. But he pulled his hand back anyway. A moment passed. Then another. The city hummed below them like a heartbeat. Aria suddenly laughed softly. "This is crazy. I don't know your last name." "Noah Carter," he answered. "And you're?" "Aria Collins." They shook hands, but the simple touch sent a strange warmth up Aria's arm. She quickly pulled back. Noah looked at her. "You're running from something too, aren't you?" Aria swallowed. "A version of myself I don't want to be anymore." It was the closest she'd come to telling the truth. Before the night ended, Noah drove her home. Neither spoke during the ride. Words felt too fragile. When Aria stepped out, Noah leaned slightly toward the window. "Same time tomorrow night?" he asked. She didn't answer, she only nodded, and she walked away with her heart beating louder than the city behind her. Aria spent the next day thinking about him far more than she wanted to admit. She replayed his smile, his voice, his music, especially the music. She wondered, was that song really written for Lila? Her mind said, "Don't go tonight." Her heart said otherwise. At exactly 11:58 p.m., she walked outside. Noah's car was already there, headlights dimmed like he didn't want to disturb her neighborhood. He stepped out. "You came," he said softly. Arya folded her arms. I said I would. Noah looked at her differently tonight, cautious, almost afraid to hope. They drove without a destination. They talked about everything and nothing, childhood dreams, stupid fears, the kind of secrets people usually keep for years. At one red light, Arya asked, Noah, what happened with her? With Lila? He tightened his jaw. She left, but not before taking a part of me I didn't know how to rebuild. Arya turned toward him. Everyone breaks, but people also heal. He looked at her. Really looked, like she was saying something he needed to hear. When the light turned green, Noah didn't move. He just stared at her. Arya, he whispered. I'm not Lila, she whispered back. And for the first time in a long time, Noah allowed himself to breathe again. But before anything more could happen, a car behind them honked loudly. The moment shattered. Noah exhaled, started driving, and said quietly, Tomorrow, same time, I'll tell you everything. Arya nodded. What she didn't know, what neither of them knew, was that tomorrow would change everything. Because Lila wasn't gone. Not completely. And she had just returned to the city. Morning light crept over the narrow alley, but something felt wrong. Arya and Noah froze as the world around them suddenly fell silent. No footsteps, no wind, not even the distant hum of the city. The ancient silver medallion in Arya's hand vibrated, its symbols shifting like living ink. Noah leaned closer. Arya, why is everything quiet? Before she could answer, the medallion flashed, and a thin ring of light expanded outward, swallowing the last traces of sound. A silhouette slowly appeared at the end of the alley, soft, glowing, almost human. Arya whispered, It's calling to us. As they stepped forward, the symbols on the medallion flared brighter, reacting to the figure. The light twisted into a wing-shaped emblem above it, and a soft, echoing voice filled the air. Silenced voices reveal hidden truths. Your trial begins. A tremor shook the ground. Thick mist poured into the alley, rising from the old bridge and surrounding them like a living wall. Arya lifted the medallion high, and a burst of blue-white energy ripped through the fog. Noah exhaled, stunned. So, the medallion chose us. But something large moved in the shadows behind the remaining fog, coming closer, fast. The fog thickened until the alley felt like a floating island in a white sea. Arya tightened her grip on the glowing medallion, its symbols flickering wildly. Noah stepped beside her, jaw clenched, eyes scanning the shifting mist. A shape formed ahead, tall, cloaked in shredded silver cloth, moving like it was carved from the fog itself. Its eyes glowed pale and unblinking. You hold the medallion of echoes, the figure murmured, its voice echoing in layers, yet you walk blind to its cost. Noah took a tense step forward. Then explain it. We didn't choose this. It chose us. The guardian tilted its head. A heart burdened with unspoken truth awakens the medallion. Arya felt a cold pulse inside her chest. A truth. Hers? Suddenly the ground split with blue-veined light, stretching beneath their feet like roots of energy. The guardian raised its hand, and the alley darkened instantly as though the dawn had been swallowed whole. Face what you fear, it commanded, or be silenced forever. The fog surged toward them, and Arya felt a buried memory, one she prayed would never return. Breaking free.